Jerry Batson spends his days maintaining the cemetery grounds at the Union Church by Stotts City.
Since I'm the board president down here, I'm down here quite a bit now. I'll just check on things, make sure the mowers are doing their job right,
Although the church has been abandoned for 30 years, there is still life happening inside these doors. Primarily bees.
We were having a lot of problems with the guys mowing getting stung down here, so we felt we had to do something.
Jerry contacted Jeff and Nick Gozinger of Queen City Honey Company, a father and son-owned honey business that just recently began to do hive removal.
And when we went down there and looked at it, and I used like a thermal scanner to find where the hive was, it was like 12 feet. It was from the floor all the way up to the ceiling, and never imagined we'd find a hive that big, but it was exciting.
After going through the layers of the wall, Jeff and Nick discovered the honeycomb filled the entire panel from ceiling to floor.
In order to build up that amount of comb, they would have either had to have had a lot of bees, which they did have, or been there for a while.
And the darker color, a lot of the comb was pretty dark in color, so that indicates that it's probably been there for at least a few years. They're at our apiary up in Laclede County, and we've actually got 2 hives started off of what we collected that day. So transplant the comb, so that they can, because a lot of their eggs and young larvae are within that comb that we removed. So we transplant that into frames within new hives and keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully they'll take and they'll be happy with their new home.
After the 4-hour extraction, the goat singers began to bottle up the honey for purchase.
Their honey was different.
It was very different, but in a great way. I thought it was some of the best honey that I've ever had. I felt like it was kind of buttery.
Yeah, it was kind of rich and buttery and just... Yeah.
Very smooth. The flavor comes from whatever they're foraging on. So I've kind of talked about, it'd be nice if we could find somebody in that area that would let us put some hives close to where that church is, because whatever they're foraging on there seemed like it was really good. It sold very quickly.
It sold quickly because one person ended up buying it in bulk.
It would have been Sherry over here on the side. She went hog wild over the honey.
Sherry is the daughter of Jerry Batson. She ended up buying about 20 bottles of the honey. And you might ask, why buy so many bottles?
My wife is here also, along with her mother and father. Both sets of her grandparents are here, along with numerous other relatives.
Sherry gave the bottles to her family members and to those who have been taking care of the cemetery.
Perfect.
I probably will put 1 jar of honey back and just leave it there, just for remembrance of the family and what took place down here with the bees. It's a memento for them, You got to look to the future. So many don't do that today, and you got to pass things along. And that's sort of the way I look at it. Yeah. There's that connection there, that you make through the years with family members and whatnot, present and past, and to work with the guys that come down and remove the bees, they have that same family connection, and that is enheartening to me, that they have that same connection amongst their family. And you have those memories that you carry with you all your life. The bees will be one of them, but my family members are part of that too, and they will carry that and pass it on to that next generation, I hope.
Oh, and by the way, this all happened on Father's Day.